Hello, y'all. I'm back. It's 1:51 p.m. in the afternoon. Excuse me. So, I'm feeling a little bit better. I haven't been sneezing as much, but I'm coughing a little bit. After I took the supplements this morning, I wasn't really sneezing as much. Excuse me. So I had to switch hotels, and I ended up having to be somewhere where I didn't want to be. But I guess it's better than jail. So excuse me, I ended up in an area where I didn't feel comfortable, where I really don't want to be, but excuse me, somebody said that this was one of the safer hotels, and I had to go to the excuse me, it was raining, so I had to take an Uber over here, and plus this is like a dangerous area. So like the previous hotel, I couldn't stay there because for the weekend they're all booked up or not available. So I had no choice but to get this. Well, not no choice, but this was one of the fewer options, you know. So excuse me, they don't have where I can do laundry here. It's pretty dangerous over here, but when I took the Uber ride, the Uber driver looked identical to the foster brother Joe, and he was also a narcissistic abuser. And he had the same name as Joe's son, but the name was spelled kind of slightly different, like, you know. So he, you know, at first acted like he was trying to be supportive and help me, you know, with talking to me. You know how certain Uber drivers, sometimes they'll start a conversation with you and whatever, but the moment he you know, he took a while to get over to the hotel and pick me up, and I had to transfer from one hotel to another. So he when I got in the car and it was raining, and he was rushing me to get in the car, and, you know, talking about that I'm gonna mess up his car. You know, you got the air conditioner on, it's raining. The air conditioner would take that little water up real quick. You know, he was crying and complaining that I'm gonna mess up his car. Well, you don't need to be an Uber driver if you're gonna be like that. You know, and I was afraid that he would charge me damage fees or something, you know, the way he was, you know. But anyway, though, but at first he was all fake supportive and nice, you know, and then he like flipped personalities and then started bitching at me and condemning me, you know, about the jail situation, you know, and then lecturing me. I'm like, this is like unnecessary. It's just a one-way Uber ride, and there's not a chance really, there's not a high chance I will see you again or ride with you again. But an Uber driver lecturing me, you know, about the jail situation, you know, and then went as far as to and like he is lecturing me and then demanding an answer for certain things, like when somebody trying to discipline and lecture you about something, and then they'd be like, you know that, answer me, oh, you know that, you know. So it's like he It was like, you wouldn't want nobody on your property, huh? Answer me, or whatever, you know. I don't remember exactly what he said, but, you know. But he was trying to make it like, you can't go on other people's property. You can't do that. Whatever, you know. And then he was trying to, you know, but he was self-righteous and about rules and laws, but pretended that he had my back about the way the officers treated me, you know. And but it's like, he even went as far as to say that if the homeowner caught me, that the homeowner, I mean the owner of that place that was for sale, that he would have had a right to shoot and kill me, and not and that he wouldn't be held liable or responsible, that he wouldn't get in trouble. And then he was trying to make it like I so badly deserved to go to jail. And I was like, but I didn't know that it was. He was like, well, I'm telling you now so you'll know in the future. Like, a whole damn lecture, you know, from an Uber driver, you know, that I'll probably never see again. So that made me feel terrible, but I can't talk too much more because even though, wait, the day after tomorrow I gotta pay my my phone bill. So the Wi-Fi here is it doesn't work. You know, it exists, but it doesn't work, you know. So, but this place, I'm not gonna go swimming, but this place has like one of the cleanest pools at any of the hotels here in New Orleans. And then there's nicer hotels with shitty looking pools that's you can't even swim in. But you know, this is like that has the nicest pool, and it looks kind of like as if the rooms are remodeled or something, somewhat. But the bed is the bed caves in. So they have a small little mini refrigerator, but no microwave. And, you know, they don't have food places that much close by. You know, so when I have a place to stay, I don't be out at night anyway, unless I gotta be out homeless on the streets or if I have a job or something. You know, but yeah, so I selected, you know, 4 days, you know, and then I don't know what to do after the 4 days, but I hope that they don't have bed bugs here. You know, I hope that they don't. But I'm scared to lay down. But yeah, this bed is pretty. The mattress seems like it's pretty old. But so far, I guess the room doesn't look that bad. But it's not. I mean, it's not as bad as certain people made it out to be. But I'll see. I mean, I really hate being in a bad area though. But my anxiety is really high, and I'm feeling super depressed about, you know, what I've been going through. And also, of course, the guy couldn't resist asking me, you know, due to my homeless situation, he acted like he couldn't resist asking me, you know, do you have a mental illness or do you have mental problems or something? So I'm talking about the Uber driver. So, I mean, I guess the crime couldn't have been that bad if I got let out in a short period of time. But, you know, people treated me like as if I did worse than blaspheme the Holy Spirit. And, you know, it's like the gang stalkers, they he didn't seem like a perp, but he was very narcissistic. And a lot of times, sometimes, you know, people be both narcissistic and be perping, you know. So when I got here, the front desk person seemed like she was having a phone conversation with somebody and doing directed conversation about buying a house. And right when I got here, and then she almost didn't let me have early check-in, but then eventually I got let in early. And she told me I had to pay $50 deposit. I was like, damn. Yeah, nobody told me I had to pay $50 deposit until after I got here. So I don't think I'll choose this hotel again. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But good thing I had the extra $50 to cover it. And she said that, you know, I'll get the money back later. But a lot of times I don't be having the extra $50 or $100 or however much for a deposit. So I'm you know, as I said, I did not intend on making that mistake. You know, and people falsely accuse me of knowing what I did and did it on purpose, and they just want to hardcore punish me. But, you know, they have people are not so much condemning me. I mean, condemning the cops for what they did. Only a few people who got my back. You know, but, I mean, even other TIs realized that, well, you would not have had to experience that situation if the perps wouldn't have, you know, gang stalk you out of your home and force you to be homeless and jobless and everything. You know. So that Uber driver was pretending like he was helping me by telling me, you know, oh, well, you can get a lawsuit and sue their asses, and then and you can own your own house or whatever. And he had my back, was saying that that what the cops did to me was wrong. But then, you know, he was berating and condemning me about my mistake. You know, and I felt like, wow, you fake, you know. So, and just narcissistic and self-righteous. And it was rare, but I've had moments of narcissistic Uber drivers or cab drivers or whatever, like, lecture me about a personal situation. I'm like, calm down, you know. It ain't your situation, you know. If you cared so much, why don't you pay my bond fees? But, you know, me being homeless, I mean, you know, if I would have had my own property and I saw a homeless person that's not a druggie or whatever, or not one of the dangerous kind, you know, of course I would have been upset at first. But I'm the type of person that I would have heard that person out and listened to their situation and try to help them the best way I knew how. You know, but, you know, I wouldn't have been the type of person that would, you know, straight up call the police unless they were, like, very dangerous. But especially if it was another woman that seemed like, that if she seemed humble and didn't seem like she was any harm, I wouldn't have been that harsh at trying to destroy her life even further, because your life is already destroyed bad enough being homeless, you know. But if she seemed like cleaner and you know, humble and didn't really mean any harm, then at first I would have been a little shocked or whatever, but, as long as she wasn't hurting, then I wouldn't have gone as far as to make sure she gets locked up and trying to hurt her even further or anything like that, even if it was a guy. But if he had like a whole bunch of beer cans and cigarettes and trash and all that and doo-doo or whatever else, then I would have gone off, But, I don't be trying to go around ruining other people's lives, people that's already hurting and suffering, and then kick them down even harder. I would have like some mercy and compassion on that person, I mean, I'm the type of person that I would, if I had the funds, I would help them, like with a week in a hotel or extended stay or something like that. And if I had the resources or knew how or had a way, and if I wasn't dealing with this targeting myself, I could, try to help them find a job opportunity or a way to survive and stuff if I had the knowledge and resources. But no way would I try to shoot or try to kick somebody down, and if they didn't know or they just trying to survive or something like that, So, and then that Uber driver, he admitted that we all make mistakes. Yeah, but you're condemning me like it's the end of the world, like it's a mistake that can't be corrected. But it's like they have these abusive, narcissistic, fake people that kiss the law's ass, the satanic law. Because the laws of this world is the devil's law, So, I mean, you kick someone else down and berate them and be self-righteous and make them feel worse than they already feel. I had pretty much ever since Saturday, I had a totally rough week. And if it weren't for the gang stalking setups and me being forced homeless and them mobbing me off the job and everything, I would not have been and if they wouldn't have gang stalked me away from the levee and had me wrongfully banned from that area, all this wouldn't have happened. But they were trying to deliberately set me up to get wrongfully arrested at that time. So let me get off here. I can't go longer than 20 minutes. So I don't know if I might come back on here later on. I'll see y'all.